Live from Cleveland, this is Progressive Field. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Kansas City Royals taking on the Cleveland Guardians. John Shelby, Chris Singleton with you. Okay, Singy, let's get right to it. Quite the win streak on the line coming into this one.
Yeah, Boog, they seem to have a force field around them lately, but you know anything can happen. Looking forward to seeing what they have in store for us today.
We'll be back to get this one started after this. And on the hill, Tanner Bybee. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Yeah, it was nails last time out, worked deep into the ball game, racked up double-digit strikeouts. We'll see if he can repeat that performance in this one.
All right, first pitch coming up. Michael Garcia steps in for the Royals.
Number 11, Michael Garcia.
And we're underway in Cleveland.
Okay, good catch.
Fouled off. He was late. The 0-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Chris.
Yeah, Boog. They understand various situations and think ahead of the opponent. Teams like this know how to get down to business and focus on the task at hand.
Here's Bobby Witt Jr. This one in the air, center field. That's out number 2.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Number 9, Vinny.
And down the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino. Hitless yesterday as they only pushed across 1 run.
Good fastball going early until they show they can make some good contact. You keep on throwing the pitch.
That one finds the corner. And the count is 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Tanner Bybee with the strikeout. Now the Guardians will get their shot, still scoreless. You're watching Cleveland Guardians baseball on the show, Ohio. Back here in Cleveland. So here's the lefty, Cole Ragans. What do we have on him?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming on the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Sullivan in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. And the lefty with the 0-1. There's the strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Now it's the Guardians DH, Cody Sullivan.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Working on a nice 11-game hitting streak.
Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Yeah, he had that base stolen as soon as he broke for second. Such a huge lead. The pitcher's got to find a way to help out his catcher, especially if he doesn't have a great throwing arm. Step off the rubber, shrink that lead, somehow create a little bit more time where maybe you can prevent that stolen base.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out here in the second game of the series. Line drive. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. Here's the Guardians lineup now. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
So now, with one away and a man at second, stepping up for the Guardians, Jose Ramirez. Ground ball, left side, and that's just foul. Ramirez with a homer in his last game. Laser to the gap, should score the run. Carrying well. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double. That extends his hitting streak to an even dozen, Singy. Do opposing pitchers start to take notice when a guy's on a roll like this?
Yeah, I think so, Boog. It's not like it changes the scouting report on a guy or anything like that too much, but you're aware of who's swinging the hottest bat, and that's definitely him right now.
And here is Hoskins.
Ball, that's him.
Hoskins came up with 4 hits in his last game. What a stop. Fires to first, and very nicely done for the out.
Batting fifth, the catcher,
Bo Naylor at the plate now.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform, but at some point that starts to go away and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Check swing, he held up. Ball 1.
Really good check swing right there. So difficult to hold off on the slider from a same side thrower. Very difficult to pick up the release point.
Cleveland up a run, looking for more. Left field, and that is foul. Naylor matched a homer in his last game. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. In the air to left center. That is the inning. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now 1-0. This is an AL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Here in Cleveland, top of the second, Salvador Perez steps in for the Royals.
That's a ball.
Perez working through some struggles lately. Swing and a miss. And now it's even 1-1.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
To first, leadoff man retired here in the second.
Isaac Collins.
And next up for the Royals, Isaac Collins. That one fouled off. And now the count is even. Ricky Holiday, our umpire behind the dish, known as pretty fair umpire for both hitters and pitchers.
Yeah, I think that's right, Boog. There is a little inconsistency on the corners of the plate. You can't always be sure how it's going to go with those borderline pitches as the game progresses.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 1-2.
Ball, that's
really good
upstairs.
take, especially with 2 strikes.
Popped up. Schneemann under it. And there's 2 away.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, Starling Marte.
Here's Starling Marte. Out towards right center field. Valera coming on. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Royals go down 1-2-3. They trail here 1-0. now at Progressive Field. We head to the bottom of the second. Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. Line drive, makes the catch. One down.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Here's Brian Rocchio, one of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup. Reagans, certainly one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and double-digit strikeouts are not out of the norm in his starts. That's a base hit, so they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
He wants to give the bullpen the day off and the defense behind him, because he knows he can strike anybody out. And the way that hitters are swinging, they're trying to lift, trying to get the ball in the air. He's going to take advantage of that.
Here's the rookie right fielder, George Valera. Had the day off yesterday. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Got it. Really had to move for that grab. 2 away now.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those could be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
And up next for Cleveland, Daniel Schneemann. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Just missed. There's a process too, right? The way he goes about setting up hitters.
Yeah, and he's coming right at you. He's going to get ahead in the count. And when you're a hitter and you find yourself 0-2, 1-2 with a guy who has 3 to 4 pitches that are nasty, you are very defensive.
That is the inning. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Back here in Cleveland, top half of the 3rd inning, Kyle Isbell steps in for the Royals. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
That's out.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
That's ball 2.
Fights it off. You'll see another. The 2-2 now. Gets a piece and stays alive. This one in the air, center field. 1 down. Jonathan India at the plate. Hey! That clips the corner. Swing and a miss, struck him out. The high heat, too much on that one. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Michael Massey now at the plate. Hitless last night, and they only scored 1 run.
Hey!
On the ground, and it goes just foul. 2 down, nobody on. That's to third. Ramirez sends it across to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. 9 straight retired here to start the game. This is Guardians Baseball on the Show, Ohio. Welcome back. It's still early, but all signs pointing towards yet another win for this team, riding that hot streak.
No doubt, Boog. When you're rolling like this, confidence shows up in every phase of the game. Right now, they look like a group that fully expects to keep it going.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Chop back up the middle. And he beats it. That's a hit. Great try there.
Got himself in great position and couldn't have played that one any better, but just stood no chance with that great speed running down the line.
Stepping in, Cody Sullivan. He's 0 for 1. There goes the runner. This to center field. Isbell racing over to make the catch. One pitch and one out.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
One out man at first. Jose Ramirez, the next to hit. He doubled home a run in his first AB. This one belted deep left field. On its way, gone. A two-run shot, and they boost their lead. It's 3-0. That's his third straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? But a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
And it's Rhys Hoskins. To the dish.
Ball, that's out.
Drilled out towards left center field. That one back there. Going, gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add a run. It's 4-0.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
One down. Bo Naylor digs in for the Guardians. No question about this one. It's out of here. They've hit another, and they add on.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. Back-to-back home runs, and these guys look so dominant right now. Pitcher might want to check and see if he's tipping his pitches or not, but I tell you what, if this was basketball, that opposing team would call a timeout to try to slow down this offense.
Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. 0 for 1 so far. Chopper right side. And foul ball.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound, and this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
In the air to left center, and that'll fall for a base hit, and a man aboard. Now it's the shortstop, Brian Rocchio, single to right in his first trip. Step off, throw to first.
Safe, he's in.
Back on a dive. Another move to first.
He's
and
safe.
They're keeping him close. The tag, and he's out at second. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw. Gets him easily, ends the inning. But they go deep 3 times in the inning and score 4. 3 innings complete. It's the Guardians 5 and the Royals nothing. This is an AL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Here in Cleveland, new inning getting started. Michael Garcia steps in for the Royals. Pop foul out of play off to the right. That's in there. 0-2 now.
Look pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Here's the 0-2. Rips one to right. And there's one away. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. Fly to center his first time.
When I look at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And that one is off the top of the wall. Pulls into third safely with a triple.
He was all over that one. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
And next up for the Royals, Vinny Pasquantino. Struck out swinging his first time. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. The 0-1. He swings and fouls one off.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just a wasted pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up.
That one is absolutely belted. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should score the run. Witt scores. It's 5-1. And he'll reach second with one away.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
One out, runner at second. Salvador Perez steps in for the Royals. That one hammered left field. And it's off the wall. In comes the run from second. And he'll pull into second safely.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been. But obviously, you have to be happy with that result.
One out, runner at second. Isaac Collins getting ready to hit. 0 for 1. He was robbed of a hit on a diving catch his first time up. Yeah, that's fouled off. Man at second. That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-2. Sets him down looking, and that's 4 strikeouts.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
Starling Marte up to hit. Fly to right his first time. Throw to second, save.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Pretty close, but it was a ball. 1 challenge remaining for them now. Man on second, 2 down. And that one hammered. And foul ball. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Runner at second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count.
Ball.
Struck him out looking. They limit the damage here. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Guardians 5 and the Royals 2. This is an AL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Back now at Progressive Field. Ready to go, bottom 4.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that she can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot. You know, these Guardians doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. It's tough to remember the times they've actually swung and missed at a pitch because it really hasn't happened. They've made contact on nearly 100% of their swings.
That one lifted to left. Collins on the move. 1 up, 1 down.
And you know, bloops and lasers, they both count the same. So we know there's 0 complaints about double digits in the hit column, no matter how it happens.
Here's the second baseman, Daniel Schneemann. Fly to left his first time. This one in the air, center field. 2 up, 2 down.
Up next for the Guardians, the center fielder, Kelly.
So the Guardians lineup turns over. Kelly Sullivan will hit next. He's 2 for 2.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Two down, nobody on. And that one fouled off. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a hard hit grounder to third. Has some trouble with it. Still able to get it there in time. And they do get the third out. The inning is over. Guardians go down 1-2-3. They're still out in front 5-2. Back here in Cleveland, we go to the top of the 5th. Kyle Isbell steps in for the Royals. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Royals being a little too patient at the plate in this game. Sometimes it's a good thing, but today they're continuing to fall behind in the count, and that's adding a ton of pressure to their offense.
The 0-2. And they'll do it again. Ground ball right side. Schneemann. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
The batter, number 6.
So up next, Jonathan India. His first at bat was a strikeout. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Pulls that one foul. Stays alive. The Guardians leading by 3, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
With that kind of velocity and elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Now it's the second baseman, Michael Massey. Grounded out his first time.
Massey.
Over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Hit on the ground to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Royals bats are quiet there. They trail at 5-2. And we're back. Well, Siggy, this team has been untouchable lately. Still a lot of game left, but on track to add yet another to their win streak.
They've just got that winning formula working right now, and as long as they keep bringing this kind of focus, they'll keep it rolling. You know, these Guardians doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
And the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth.
Up next for the Guardians, the third baseman, Jose.
Here's Jose Ramirez.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up. Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind him.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The relay throw. Safe. And that's his third hit.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Really staying inside that baseball to send it to the opposite field. If the shift on to the pull side, that's an easy knock if you'll take it.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Cole Reagans won't go any further, and the home run really bit him today as he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm coming on after the break. New pitcher in the game for the Royals, Carlos Estevez. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. Rhys Hoskins digs in now. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. Man at second. In the air, right center. This is mashed way back and gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add to their lead. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Bo Naylor, the next to hit. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a ground ball up the middle into the outfield, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Up next for the Guardians, the left fielder,
Stephen Kwan getting ready to hit. 1 for 2. Runner takes off on the ground, right side. The throw to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
the batter number 4.
So digging in, Brian Rocchio. This one's smoked on its way out of here. A 2-run homer. It's their second home run of the inning, and they boost their lead. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Carlos Estevez departs. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. New pitcher on now, John Schreiber.
And he's coming in to pitch on 4 days rest right here. And that might not be a factor at all in terms of being rusty, but he should definitely be well rested.
So 2 down, George Valera digs in for the Guardians. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And that keeps the inning going.
Everything came together for him. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And here is Daniel Schneemann. Now a rip into left center. Makes the grab on the run. And that's the third out. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 9-2 ball game. You're watching Cleveland Guardians baseball on the show, Ohio. We're back with a look at key moments so far in this one.
Pa' que me la modele, ya las heridas no le duele. Yo le traje pa' que se revele y formemos el DNR, yeah. Porque por tu cara sé que quieres. Yo sé bien cómo tú eres. Tú tienes hombres de más, también te gustan las mujeres.
Maikel Garcia steps in for the Royals.
Maikel Garcia.